I said, Chiranjeevi's brother Pawan Kalyan's party Janasena is active in Andhra Pradesh, the neighbouring state of Telangana, where the battle for both the Lok Sabha and the state assembly is up today. You've just heard from Jagan Mohan Reddy, the incumbent chief minister of the state. All 25 Andhra Lok Sabha seats and 175 assembly seats are up for grabs today to seal the fate of the state. It is Modi magic versus the incumbent Jagan Juggernaut in Andhra Pradesh. Various constituencies including Araku, Srikakulam, Kakinada, Visakhapatnam and Kadapa are poised for significant electoral contests, including and featuring candidates like the Chief Minister's sister and political rival YS Sharmila, MM Pallam Raju, former Minister of State in a UPA government, YS Avinash Reddy and CM Ramesh. The YSRCP had landslided the last election, winning 22 of the 25 seats, reducing Chandrababu Naidu's Telugu Desam party to just 3 seats, a total decimation. One of the many battles to watch out for in Andhra Pradesh is the constituency of Kadapa, where cousins YS Avinash Reddy, the incumbent MP, takes on his cousin YS Sharmila, the sister of the sitting chief minister. They go head-to-head for the legacy of this seat. Pithapuram will also witness a high-octane battle with Janasena chief Pawan Kalyan, power star, and the YSRCP's Vanga Geeta Vishwanath going against each other. So from Kadapa in the Lok Sabha fight to Pithapuram in the assembly fight, it's a high-octane landscape all across Andhra Pradesh. Here's Jagan Mohan Reddy, the Chief Minister.
Give some space, no?
Okay, sir. Hello. Hey, Prashant. All the way from Delhi. Can you just please tell us something?
One reaction.
Everybody has come. We are very happy.
Your appeal to first-time voters as well, sir, to come out today on this day of a double election, essentially.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your appeal to women voters, ma'am, today, to women to come out and cast their vote.
Yes, I request everyone, especially the women. I don't have to tell. They're all going to come out and they're going to vote for us.
Seeing the response right now, there are huge crowds that have gathered so early in the morning, ma'am. So are you happy seeing that?
Very much. That talks about democracy, which the people have come out for.
Let's bring India Today's Akshita back in. She's in Vijayawada right now. Akshita, we've heard from both Jagan Mohan Reddy as well as Chandrababu Naidu, who you just scored that first morning interaction with. It's a high-stakes battle in the real sense of the phrase in Andhra Pradesh for these two leaders, Akshita. I was where you are in 2019 on counting day, and I remember the fate of the TDP that day as the landslide became more apparent as the hours went on, the big rise of Jagan Mohan Reddy. But he does face anti-incumbency and a resurgent Naidu. So the dynamic this election in Andhra Pradesh is absolutely riveting, Akshita.
Very true, Shiv. It's an electric election. And, when I met with Chandrababu Naidu, wasn't easy getting through to him, considering the layers of security, the locals who want to catch a glimpse of him, and, of course, the media frenzy. But we got...
vote. Today, all over the world, all over the country, people have come to vote with their own expenditure. This is unusual. I am really thankful to all of them. Now, it is your responsibility to exercise vote and demand for bright future.
Okay, Naidu will be back again in the Andhra Pradesh.
100%.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Akshita, that was Naidu speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was just saying, Shiv, that he's got a smile on his face because he believes the crowds that we're seeing right now is a sign of anti-incumbency. It's perhaps too early to say that, but in parts like where I am, this is in Mangalagiri of Vijayawada, where Chandrababu Naidu's son, Nara Lokesh, is actually contesting the same election that he lost in 2019. He's come back, in a sense, to try and avenge his poll defeat from 2019. So a lot at stake for them in this particular seat, but overall as well, the Telugu Desam party will be hoping to capitalize on formed that sense of anti-incumbency on ground, Shiv. And perhaps that's what will decide this election, on how well or successfully they've actually managed to do that. There's also very, very clear urban and rural divide here in Andhra Pradesh. That's again something that Naidu has to bridge, because Jagan Mohan Reddy with his welfare schemes has definitely captured the attention of the rural voter. Those are some of the challenges that Chandrababu Naidu really faces right now in this election. But what's very clear is that this is no 2019 election, Shiv, which was essentially almost a sweep, a wave in favor of Jagan Mohan Reddy. This time, everyone's talking about how close it's going to be, both in Assembly and Parliament, which is why Jagan Mohan Reddy, Chandrababu Naidu will be looking out for every single indication that comes in from every polling booth on what really could be the trends. I know it's too early to get into it, but they're going to definitely look at the voter turnout to be a sign of which way really the wind is blowing.
Which way the wind is blowing. Out of the 175 seats in the assembly in Andhra Pradesh, the YSRCP of Jagan Mohan Reddy won 151. It was a hulk smash, an absolute decisive landslide for the YSRCP in that particular election. Remember, Andhra Pradesh has 2 elections this time, so it's a very, very big deal. So this is what the Lok Sabha map looked like in 2019. A landslide of its own. The TDP reduced to absolutely nothing. It's mentioned here as the NDA because the TDP is now part of the NDA. The YSRCP had scored 22 seats in that particular election, and it is the incumbency of 5 years that Jagan Mohan Reddy is now facing. Remember, the 2 big key seats that we're looking at is Kadapa, which is the family bastion of the YSRCP, where YS Charmila is the state party chief of the Congress party, takes on her own cousin, YS Avinash Reddy. Meanwhile, you've got MM Pallam Raju, who is the former Minister of State for Defence, in fact, in Kakinada, who takes on the YSRCP and the JSP. I want to go across now to Apurva Jayachandran, who's live with us from another key constituency of Visakhapatnam, the beautiful coastal city of Vizag in Andhra Pradesh. What's it looking like in polling booths in the coastal city, Apurva, this morning? Big contest in Visakhapatnam as well.
Well, that's right, Shiv. Very good morning to you and very good morning to all the Andhra and Telangana voters who are watching. As you can see, I'm here at Andhra University, and these are the crowds, early birds there clearly, who are arrived here in large numbers, might I say, to come and cast their votes here. This is at Andhra University in Vizag. Remember, Vizag is one of the key constituencies in Andhra Pradesh. We're seeing this to be, this is potentially supposed to be what Jagan Mohan Reddy says the capital of Andhra Pradesh, one of the capitals of Andhra Pradesh that he had planned for. And this is the beautiful coastal city, as you can see. Early risers there who've all gathered here in large numbers to cast their vote. Not only over here, these crowds, might I add, just keeps extending on. Several people who have gathered here, all of them since early morning, that is, say 6:30 a.m. this morning, and they've all gathered here to come outside and exercise their right to vote. It's going to be quite interesting to see. Remember, Andhra Pradesh is going to polls. Andhra Pradesh is going to polls today, and it's going to be extremely interesting to see 175 constituencies and 25 Lok Sabha seats that we are seeing, and the crowds here are also extending on. Not only out here, we're seeing over that side as well several crowds who have gathered there. What's going to be interesting to see is that how these voter percentage, is it going to be a rise from last time? Remember, we had already seen several leaders there who have already gone ahead, cast their vote. Chandrababu Naidu there, Jagan Mohan Reddy, all of them have gone ahead and cast their vote early this morning, and such is the trend that we're seeing across Andhra Pradesh as well. Huge number of voters who have gathered here early since 6:30 a.m. this morning, all ready and eager to cast their vote. Shiv.
Very, very good to see those crowds. And remember, viewer, for those of you who may not be familiar with Andhra Pradesh, it's one of the hottest places in the country. It's a scorching summer. I myself went to boarding school in Andhra Pradesh, and I can vouch for the temperatures that this state actually achieves in peak summer. Today is going to be one of those days.